Hello, welcome to this bootcamp session. And today we're going to talk about getting clients, your ability to get clients, and what do you do once you have them? How do you start working with them? So, just a few ideas. There's a concept in real estate, a principle called your highest and best use. You took this in the licensing course. This is where you assess the lot, the property, its zoning, whether it's residential or commercial or multifamily, and you see what it's currently being used for, and then you can discover what the value is for that property. So, for example, sometimes in an older neighborhood, you might have a property that the land use zoning is designated commercial. So if there's a store in that house or a service provider and they're using it for that, then it's at its highest and best use. The value is there. But you might have another house that is zoned for multifamily. But if you only have one family using the home, then it's not being used at its highest and best use. I think you get the principle. Now take your view off real estate and put it on yourself, because I want to ask you if you know what your highest and best use is. You've come into this new career, you're a real estate agent now. What kind of clients and what kind of properties match with your highest and best use? Because the last thing that this industry needs is just another generic realtor. So it's important for you, I mean, all the way through your career, really, to look at your brand, to discover, who you serve the best, what kind of properties you love to sell the best, everything about your own highest and best use. Now, as you're discovering that, where are you going to meet your clients? I mean, you can sell your own home or you can sell your family's home or help your family buy product. But after you've exhausted all of the people you know yourself, where are you going to find people that you don't know who actually might want to work with you? As I said in the last session, of course, you can go to the previous occupation that you came out of, and some people have good luck with that. But there are lots of ideas, and we've outlined some here where you can consciously go to meet people if you're not there already, like churches, community groups, sports. If you have kids, do you know your kids' friends, parents, your neighbors, the neighborhood, if you're sitting on a board? So it does, I think it would be a useful part of your time to outline what hobbies do you like to do and where can you go to meet people and see where those things match, because obviously people have to be able to come across your path in order to work with you. That is a whole exercise in itself. But once you have somebody who does reach out to you and they want to work with you, how do you connect with leads right away? I will just mention a thing about using scripts. And I don't know, like lots of different brokerages might teach scripts and do some role playing. And that's all fine, to practice what you haven't done already. But I just want to be clear about anytime you see a good script, it came about because, Susie Smith had some potential clients. She said these words, and then the clients worked with her. And so everyone thinks, oh, well, if you say these words, then you'll get the clients. And that's not quite right. I mean, I would encourage you to read some good scripts, but the magic is in making them your own. You have to find your own way to share your confidence. And one good idea that will come across authentically and not make you sound like a salesperson is take something in this real estate career that you know very well. Could be an experience you had yourself before you became an agent, or something you know about home building or the legal side of it, but something that you know really well. And choose that to be sort of your special story or your special info that you can share with leads right away. Because what a lead wants to see and feel from you is that you know what the heck you're doing. And if you're new, you're going to have to overcome that objection right away. But if you talk about something that you know, If you sat down with a mortgage broker and they explained all of their process in qualifying and pre-approving a client, and you really get that, and you share that with somebody, then it's just coming out of your own confidence. And then people will feel like, okay, maybe they could trust you to work with you. So think about some stories that you might have, some experiences, and share your confidence first. That is one of the best connectors that you can do to capture leads. But once you have somebody who's asking you a question about real estate, you want to right away make sure you have a system to get their contact info. Can I send you an email, with some information? Can I write your phone number down? Make sure you spell their name right and get them into a CRM, your database, right away, just so you hold on to them. They might not be ready for 5 years, but you don't want to let go of them. And then when they decide to work with you, yes, I want to sell my home, or yes, I want to buy a home. Now is your chance to go through and imagine, how do you want to treat these people? Every transaction has certain benchmarks that the realtors have to deliver to the clients, that the clients are going to experience. And that all is same old, same old. Everyone is doing those same things, using the same forms, etc. Your challenge is, how do you make it your own process so that you're exceeding expectations and you're providing an experience and a service that those clients will then talk about afterwards. So one way to develop that is to just imagine, how would you want to be treated when someone comes over to see your house? Would you like to be given a home seller's guide or a buyer's guide? Would you like someone to ask you questions and seem like they're interested in you before they, like it said in marketing, before you just show up and throw up? Nobody likes that. So, should you talk to them and ask them questions before you're telling them how great you are as a realtor? And then when they sign up with you, when they sign the contract to be a client of yours, then what? Do you send flowers over once they have their house listed? Do you, on a viewing for buyers, do you bring coffees while you're going to show houses? What are the little magic secret sauces that you're going to use to treat your clients well and give them a really good experience? So if you go through a client journey from when they are first a lead and capturing their information to when they agree to work with you and ask for your help during the transaction, where are the little gaps that you can add your service? How can you make sure you don't drop the ball? What little benefits can you offer them? Maybe if you specialize with families, do you have an element of your process where you include the children in some way? So all of these things you can outline on a client journey, and you just start where you're at with what you think of. Of course, it will evolve over time, but right up till the end, when you've put the keys in their hand or they've sold their house, that's not the end of the transaction. The end is when you're working with them again, or when they're giving you referrals again. So how are you taking care of them after the transaction? All of these things, if you can just take, a day, an afternoon, think about it and outline that journey, that will become a great checklist and a great system for you. So there's a little bit of homework for you. Enjoy your process. I know these are just little tidbits, but take the tidbits and add them and keep working and building on them, and you'll find yourself having success in no time. Okay, I'll see you at our next session.